Wait, can you say hi? Hi. So I thought my hair was gonna look really cute up like this, and then I realized that I literally have like 2 pieces of hair. Like, this is all my hair. Growing up as a little girl, I used to have so much hair, and now as an adult, this is all I have. Like, what? So now I just have to fake it. Like that. Okay, so today I want to talk about something that I haven't really talked to a lot of people about because it's something that I've been, I don't want to say embarrassed about, but like, I just don't know how many people would be able to relate to this, and I feel like people would judge me or like think I'm crazy. I've been kind of like scared to talk about it. I think something that a lot of people talk about is postpartum depression, which definitely deserves all the attention it gets and more. It should be talked about even more. It's something that I really thought that I was going to struggle with. My doctor thought I was going to struggle with it because I struggled with depression pretty bad in high school. And my doctor said that a lot of women who have struggled with depression in the past are more likely to suffer from postpartum depression. So it was just something that I was kind of preparing for. Luckily, I don't think I really suffered from depression during my pregnancy or after I had Ava, but something I did struggle with, and I don't even know if there's like a term for it, but I just called it like pregnancy and postpartum paranoia. And so I don't know if this is anything that any of you have ever struggled with, or if you've known someone who struggled with it. This might be a totally normal mom thing, or it might be something that like I need to go get help for. I don't know. I'm basically just telling y'all in the hopes that it could maybe help someone else who's going through it know that they're not alone, or just to be vulnerable with you guys and let you feel like you know a little bit more about my life. I don't know. Here it goes. Okay, so towards the end of my pregnancy, I would say it kind of started in the second trimester. I would have really bad nightmares, and I've looked it up before, and I knew that that was a symptom in the second and third trimester that a lot of women experience, so I wasn't too concerned with the nightmares. But anyone who's been pregnant before and who has suffered from this, you know that pregnancy dreams can be so vivid. Like, before I was pregnant, everyone always said that I had vivid dreams. Like, I could tell you to exact detail, like the t-shirt color the person was wearing in my dream. But pregnancy dreams are unlike anything else. At least for me, they were. Yeah, in the second trimester, I started having really bad nightmares, and they were really vivid, and it was like horrible things. Like, if I read an article online, like one time I read an article about this pregnant woman who was lured into her neighbor's apartment, and they literally cut her baby out of her while she was alive. And like, I would have dreams that that would happen to me, and it would be so vivid. I would like wake up crying or sweating or like completely out of breath or like shaking because it just felt so real. And so the nightmares were pretty terrifying. And then I started having paranoia, like in person, if we put in a maintenance request and then Christian was like at work or school and the maintenance guy came to our apartment, I literally wouldn't answer the door because I couldn't be alone in my apartment with a male. Or I would always have this irrational fear. I think the main thing I struggled with was this irrational fear, and had created the scenario in my head that the maintenance men were going to come in and like rape or kill me, or like take my baby, or just do something really awful to me while Christian was at work. And I remember one day he was about to go to work at Firehouse Subs, and I just had a full-blown like panic attack, and I was like sobbing uncontrollably. I couldn't breathe because I was so scared for him to go to work, because I literally thought like I'm never gonna see him again. And now that I'm saying this out loud, it's like really like, I don't want to say embarrassing, but I just feel crazy because now that I'm like of a sane mind, I know that that is so ridiculous and so irrational, but I truly believed that something horrible was going to happen to me and my baby. It got to the point that when I was pregnant, I wouldn't shower if I was home alone. I would literally wait for him to get home purposely, because I just knew like somehow the maintenance men, and I don't know why I keep saying the maintenance men. The maintenance men in our old apartment were so nice. Like, they were nothing but kind to me. They would help me carry my boxes. So I don't know what my thought was with like the maintenance men. I guess because they're like the only men I ever saw in my apartment. I really don't know. But it got to a point where I literally wouldn't shower unless Christian was home because I was terrified that they were gonna come kill me. And then that paranoia carried over to after I brought Ava home. So when I brought her home, the first few weeks of recovery were really hard and the paranoia did not go away. I don't know if it got worse, but it definitely was lingering. I still would have nightmares, but my nightmares were different. My nightmares, instead of like someone's gonna kill us, it was like I forgot to feed her and my baby starved to death. And I've heard other moms say that they had these same nightmares also. And I don't know if that was like my insecurity of like I'm a bad mom or like I'm not doing a good enough job. And I think a lot of moms struggle with that too. Just feelings of like, what if I'm not good enough? Like, what if I'm not cut out for this? What if my baby needs more than what I can give them? Like, I'm so tired, I'm so busy, I just want a moment to myself. Am I selfish? Am I all of these things, like all of these fears and insecurities that just are not true at all. But yeah, I just would always have nightmares that like I was gonna forget to feed her and she would starve, or like I would drop her and she would like hit her head and die, or I would like I don't know what my dreams were. They were just horrible and terrifying. It got to a point where I would shower when Christian wasn't home because I kind of would have to. Like, Ava would throw up all over me or her poop would get on my clothes or something. So I'd be like, okay, this is ridiculous. I can't wait for him to come home. I need a shower. So I would bring her in her little like bouncy seat. And at this point, mind you, she's like 1 month old. Like, she can't get out of her seat. She can't move without me moving her. So I'd put her in her little seat in the restroom. And the way that our apartment was designed, it's designed for college kids who are roommates. And so our bedroom was here, her bedroom was here, and then they were connected by the bathroom. And so there was a door in the bathroom leading to our room and the door in the bathroom leading to her room. I would lay her in her bouncer next to the shower, and I would shut and lock the bathroom door on her side, and I would shut and lock the bathroom door on my side, and I would literally leave Christian's handgun right up next to the shower. And before this, I would go and I would make sure that the front door was locked, the back door was locked. I would check all the windows, make sure the windows were locked. I would look around outside, make sure nobody is there, and then I would like type in Christian's number and have it typed out on my phone, ready to go. And I would lay my phone down, and if there was literally like any noise at all, I would turn the shower off and I would just sit there and I would wait and I would listen. Like, okay, well, Kygo's not barking. Kygo's our dog. Kygo's not barking, so it must not be anything, right? So there must not be anyone out there. But if I heard something and Kygo barked, I would turn the shower off, open it. I would get out. I'm like soaking wet, wrap my towel around me, and I would literally pick up the gun and I would just stand there and like wait. And now, talking about this, I feel like I was crazy, and it's kind of embarrassing to talk about this because most people probably wouldn't think that I did that, but I did. And I didn't want to tell anyone at the time. Like, I knew this probably isn't normal. Most people probably aren't this paranoid. And Christian suggested, like, you know, random offers counseling for free to students. Maybe you should make an appointment. And like, he was super supportive, and he always made me feel like I wasn't crazy. Like, he's like, you're not crazy, you're just a new mom. Like, most new moms, sorry, my dog is barking. So he was always really reassuring, but he kept urging me to go and get counseling, and I didn't do it, and I refused to tell anyone because back to my irrational thinking, I thought if I tell someone that I do this, they're gonna call CPS and they're gonna take my baby away from me because they're gonna think that I'm not a good mom, which in reality is not true. Like, anyone who knows me and knows Christian knows that I was like the best mom that I could have been to Ava. She was always fed, always diapered, always nurtured. I always had that baby in my arms. Like, I was always singing to her, rocking to her. Like, I literally could, even now looking back, I know that I could not have done a better job. I did everything that I could have done for that little girl, and it's clear, like, it's apparent. I just was so convinced that something bad was gonna happen, and I don't know if, yeah, like I said, I don't know if other moms have been through this. If you have, let me know so that I could stop feeling so crazy. But if you haven't, I mean, I guess it's just good to know that it's something that women can go through. I don't have those thoughts anymore. I don't struggle with like paranoia. I mean, everyone, like, you'll hear a noise outside and you're like, what was that? And you might look out your window and you're like, okay, fine. But like, I don't have nightmares anymore, and it's not like I can't sleep at night. I wouldn't say that I struggle with that at all, other than like normal fears of like, no, I won't let a stranger babysit my kid because that's not safe. I was able to overcome it. I didn't see a therapist or a psychologist. I didn't take any medicine. I guess it's just something that, like, as Ava got a little bit older and I settled into new motherhood, I realized that it was irrational, and I was able to just like stop thinking like that, I guess. Yeah, so in hindsight, I probably should have talked to someone about it. So if you are someone who is struggling with this or has struggled with this, I just hope that you don't feel crazy, because I've been through it too, and I'd like to think that I'm a great mom and I'm not crazy. I think everyone just settles into motherhood differently. Some people struggle with depression. Some people, I guess like me, struggle with paranoia. Some people have really bad anxiety. And some people, it's like the time of their life. Like, I know one YouTuber that I watch, Colleen Ballinger, she had like the worst pregnancy ever, and then as soon as she had her baby, she was like completely on top of the moon, never been happier in her entire life. And I know a lot of other women who that's their experience. And so I just want anyone watching this to take away the message that everyone goes through it differently, and I think just love new moms extra, because their body is going through so many changes. They're tired, especially if you're breastfeeding. It is excruciatingly painful for a lot of women, me included. A lot of women, their first poop after having a baby is really, really painful. Their clothes don't fit. They're leaking milk everywhere, whether you breastfeed or not. Those first few days, you're leaking milk everywhere. Your house is probably messy. Your spouse is tired. It's a really hard time. So I would say the best thing that you can do to help out a new mom is to just handwrite a letter of encouragement and let her know that she's doing a great job. Let her know that she can confide in you and come to you, and that you will be willing to listen to any fear, and you won't think that she's crazy, because you can only imagine how much she's going through, both physically and mentally and emotionally. And she has this new being that she loves more than anything else in the whole entire world, and she's now all of a sudden responsible for its every needs, and we don't want to mess up. So I think just, reach out to a new mom, even if you don't know her that well, and tell her that her baby is beautiful and she's doing a great job, and you'd love to be there any way that you can. Even if you feel like, I don't know what to say to a new mom, I wouldn't even know, like, if she told me all these things, I wouldn't know how to respond, then just like, can I buy you a pack of diapers? Or can I come over and hold your baby? I love babies. You can totally take a nap or shower or whatever. Or can I send you lunch? Like, have you eaten today? Just send me your address, I'll send you lunch. Or anything. Just even ask her, like, is there any way that I can serve you today, or make your day better, or help you? Because we had so many people do that for us. Bring us dinners, cook us home dinners, buy us diapers, send us gifts, like come over and just hold Ava while I studied, or babysit her while I went to campus to take an exam, just texting and like checking in on us. So I hope to those of you watching this, you don't think I'm crazy, and you know that I'm just trying to be vulnerable and put myself out there like I told you that I would do. I told you this YouTube channel was gonna be full of life's greatest moments, like Ava turning 1, and also some pretty sad or like serious stuff. So this is one of those videos where... What, baby? What? More food? Can you show me, Ava, can you show me more food? Food? Yeah, you want food? Well... Okay, I'm gonna go make this baby girl some lunch. I know, I'm sorry. I'm gonna go make her some lunch, and hopefully you enjoyed this video or you learned something. Thanks for watching. We'll be back with more videos. Be sure to comment down below if you have been through this, or if you know someone who's been through this, or if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. This little girl is asking for more. I know, we're going. Say bye. Say bye. Bye. She does not want to. Okay, bye. I can get you. I can get